Rode growing up, and so we always just kind of had horses.
I've kind of been riding off and on my entire life.
So I started riding when I was 3 years old.
I've been riding for about 27 years. Started when I was 4.
The best part about riding, I think the people that are involved, I think Karine, and just like the family support system that we have here at the barn. And I think, you know, just having these amazing people to be with and laugh with and have a great time with while doing the thing we all love most.
I think the best part about riding, especially at Sewanee, is definitely the team aspect. Sewanee is doing a really good job, especially with SAC and the athletics committee being here and taking pictures and making sure that we're all on the roster. I think that we're trying to do a better job of making sure that we get more recognition, especially here.
I think riding's kind of a complicated thing to explain, and it's not really like another sport like baseball or soccer. And we do it because we like to have that connection with the horse and that relationship. And so that bond is really important, and I think that's important to remember.
Best part about riding, I feel like, is that you have to learn how to communicate in another language. It's a challenge, it's rewarding, it's therapy, it can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people, having that relationship with an animal that doesn't even understand or speak the language that we communicate in every day. I feel like people don't really relate to equestrian as a sport, which is shocking to me because it's so incredibly difficult to do well. And I think people tend to have the idea that the horse is doing all the work when the reality is that the rider has done everything to get the horse to that point. I would probably explain riding as the most difficult thing that you'll ever love to do. That it is learning another language, a physical language, but one that you have to learn to speak well, or else it's not going to work. Your partnership with your horse is not going to work.
Well, you don't know what it's like until you get on a horse.
The thing that I love about the Sewanee team is that there is such a sense of family here. I think the important part of being an equestrian athlete, the most important part, is to actually see yourself as an athlete.
I don't think equestrians are seen as athletes per se. I think people don't know what goes into riding horses.
Yeah, the IHSA is the Intercollegiate Horse Show Association. It was founded by Bob Cacchione 51 years this year, actually. And it was really developed so that collegiate riders would be able to compete against one another under a collegiate umbrella, and that we could be recognized as athletic teams through the university and be able to compete all the way up to a national level. And it's very challenging, and it takes a lot of time and practice to get comfortable with that. But the collegiate system of riding will let you ride over 200 horses in a 4-year span, and it really gives you the opportunity to ride some great horses. But it also lets you meet people who are like-minded, and you can have that network of friends who love to do the same thing that you do.
Sewanee's program is special because there are lots of disciplines that are represented here. If you are a hunter jumper, we have the IHSA program with a hunt seat equitation with our head coach, Emily Cavender. You can do eventing. That is with the USEA. It's a recognized competition, eventing as an Olympic sport. So we offer that here at Sewanee too. Eventing is like the triathlon of equestrian sports. It's 3 days, 3 phases. It's dressage, show jumping, and cross country. You have to be a master of all of those disciplines, and so does your horse. He has to be a true equestrian athlete. We are a part of the athletic program here at Sewanee. I think that these students and riders work really hard. It is a sport that is a lifelong journey. It's something that they will continue after they leave Sewanee, and Sewanee can just give them a great experience. And I think that the equestrian program is just a unique part of their Sewanee experience.
And